Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to episode 32 of the Lavender Overhang. Where in the last episode, we did some tidy up work underneath of some of these overhangs using tunnels to help widen the space for the water to come through. We also created a badwater diversion with some tunnels and sluices down here, and then we did the same over here. We widened the channel underneath of here with tunnels and put in a couple of sluices to divert some bad water. Now I do think we might come in here, take out part of this, and then put in a couple of sluices here, and kind of like try and keep bad water over here. They won't work when we are in regular water period and our water is too tall, but they will work very well to keep water from out of there, or keep bad water from out of there when we are in a bad tide. So we still have 9.4 days in our bad tide. We do have plenty of water stored up. We have some fresh beavers on the run. We do have some dynamite to detonate over here. And we do need to figure out a better way to get to there from here. So we need to move this campfire, unfortunately. Now, one way we can do that is to put it back in here. If we take out a little bit more of this, we're going to look at that today. I also do want to get in the dirt excavator. We are going to put that up here. We started with some dynamite and tunnels down in here to try and see if we can't create... Oops, one too far. If we can't create a sluice system that will funnel all of the water from up top down through here instead of going through the back sides. So we're going to have to look at that. Now where we cut out is like on this line back too. So right here would where we need to be putting in our tunnel down to the water area below. That also means we need to do some work along here to straighten this channel out because it's very windy and wonky, and it will flood pretty easily if we don't do that. So that's part of what we are going to work on today. So let's go ahead and get going. Because beavers can be doing stuff while we figure this out. Now, dirt excavator, first thing on our list. Which direction do we want to put that? If we put it this way, it will dig down there, which will be closer to where our channel is. And then we would be able to just like connect that up pretty easily, I think. So that's our first option. If we do it this way, we could connect a reservoir all over there. Okay. I think we're probably going to do it the other way. So let's go ahead and use a few. We need to come up to this level. So we're going to need one of those. And then how wide is that? That's like a 4, right? Like that. And then I think we should be able to put our... Wait, that's a step up, isn't it? It is, and it's one wider. So that doesn't work out so well. Okay, let's go ahead and take that out before our industrious beavers start getting going on it. Can we drop it one and not have it flood? That is the operative question. So if we put... Nope, it would be a single. Nope, not the right button. that guy right there, and then we do this guy right here. And then if we put the... Where is it? Right there. Does it need... I can't tell what it needs. No, it looks like it's only... It's only one block. It looks like that should work. I think we just need to get that in there first. My only worry is that that will flood. I don't think that's gonna work. I'm gonna take that guy out and that guy out. And let's do we need a path. We need a double platform. I know I just put that in a weird spot. Just stand by. I'll show you what I'm thinking. Can I get the right platform here? That guy right there. No. No. I don't. Now that I look at that, I don't think that's gonna work. I know, right? I know. Excuse me. All right, let's put that in there. You know what? For the sake of saking, why the heck not? Let's just do that. Because we're gonna need a platform. Now if we... Nope, that's not gonna work. Yes. It ain't gonna work. Then it's too deep. I don't understand what our problem is. Are we too wide? It doesn't look like we are. Why is it having such an issue? We'll wait and let that get built and then we'll see. I could have swore you could do that, but I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. So we'll see what the deal is once that we get to that point. All right, I did want to look at... I think we actually need to make this... Yeah, we need one more tunnel right there. Okay. And then I think... Then if we just come along here, we do want to... We'll get to a point here where we can't come through there. And we will... not be able to go there. How did we end up on 1 speed? Okay. Let's do that. They are getting that in. All right. That also means that we're going to want another whole run of zip lines to this area over here. Now, let's see here. I think we were planning to put in some over here and go up and over the contamination barriers here, which is probably our best bet. I don't know why we destroyed those. But. All right. They've almost got that built. Let's go ahead and put in another zipline station. Where are you? Right here. We'll throw him in there. And then I would like to end up with another one over in this area somewhere. How far can our zip lines go is the... We do have the... We could stick one in there for right now, or we could looking at right here, we could put a stair over the whatchamacallit there and get up to it. If we came up. Oh, platform's done. All right, let's get our... No, why not? Why won't it let us put that there? Does it need to be too deep? Gosh darn it. I'm not understanding what our problem is here. Not understanding what our problem is here. Okay. Let's try. Doesn't hurt us to try. Putting in, if I do that. Does it need to be longer? Is that our problem? Well, that's kind of sucks. It's not quite wide enough there to cover, does it? Oh, it does. All right, that's not the one we were using though. Still feared that we're not going to be able to do it. And maybe we have to do it as... I didn't want to do it as platforms because it's going to mean that we can't... we can't get our... What am I doing? Okay, let's do this guy and this guy. And then if we take the 6 straight across, right? Now can we fit it? It's not really the way I want it to go, but no, because we're too close to the... We're too close to there then. Okay. All right. Let's pause before these poor builder beavers come over here and try to do this again. All right, if we take... Does this fit in here? I guess is our... Is that what our problem is? It just doesn't fit? I mean, it looks like it fits to me, but what would I know, apparently. Okay, so let's try it this way. Not the way I want it to go, but hey, adapt, survive, all that stuff. Now, can we put it in? It still says no. I don't understand why it's saying no. If we do a double, it's still saying no. I don't understand what our problem is. We've got a double white space. It won't let us put it on the ground down here. I'm not understanding what our problem is. What am I missing here, guys? Other than the fact that we're going to need power over here as well. Which, that's not a problem. We can handle the power situation. But I don't understand. All right, let's... Can we build that? And then let's come over here. How wide is that? Way too wide. We're gonna go ahead and impermeable floor that. Then we are going to... we are going to what? We can't crack any of this without us ending up with bad tide. Corruption. We have to come up. Up. Let's do a... like that. And then like that. Zipline. Ladder. I think we'll leave that in case we decide we want to do that with all of this. Then we have a continued pathway along there. No problem. All right. How are we doing over? I guess I probably should have prioritized this, eh? And our water has dropped low enough here that our trees are starting to go. And let's come back here. I think I don't understand enough about the dirt excavator. Here, which is causing part of our problem. It's not showing. I don't understand why it won't work. All right. I don't understand, people. I don't understand. Put in the comments and tell me what a stupid idea that I have here. All right. I can't reach those sluices now to see what contamination level we're at. All right, that way has opened. We can go ahead and we can open that. That is open. And that is set. Gosh, I do love the ability to have those all set. That is so nice. The only thing we don't have is these guys. Those guys are not set. We didn't end up putting any dams or anything up here either, so that's kind of a quite possibly might be an iffy thing. That should equalize. There we go. Very good, very nice. Oh, platform's done. All right, can we oh no. Okay. We need to go ahead and open our third pump. 3 days. Oops, we didn't turn this guy back on. Let's get him back on. This one is set for... Yes, it is. Okay. All right, now let's see. It still won't let... Is it those trees? I think it's those trees. This whole time we've been futzing with this, and I think it's those trees. All right, let's go ahead and, if I can click the wrong right button, let's, right, that'll get us to there. Let's high priority those. Get a path onto that. Then we are going to mark for demolition those guys and high priority them as well. how far out does that puppy come? Do we need to get all of them high prioritied? I still don't quite understand what's going awry here. All right. Then over here. Oh, they've gotten the impermeable floor, or the bottom ones, and the impermeable floors done, which is good. We're gonna need to send some beavers down in there to get rid of the rest of these trees, because they are causing issues. Which is going to be a pain in the butt, because some of those are not accessible. Not accessible at all. Okay. How did we end up on single speed again? I don't know how that keeps happening. I must be hitting the keybind and not knowing it. Alright, we did get... that taken care of. We're gonna make some beavers unhappy here. Let's go ahead and for right now put in another dam. And let's get another platform here. Bing, bang, boom. All right. We did high priority of those ladders. Yes, yes, we did. Okay. All right, we've got 1.1 days. Does mean that if we're in a drought period, we can get up into here again if we have storage for badwater, which it doesn't look like we do. We were working on a way to get that in over here. We just never got to it, did we? We needed a 3 right here. Right, then we needed a... was it these guys? Nope, it was the long one. Like that. We also needed to remove that guy. And honestly, we should go ahead and stick another levee in. Woo, there it is. That should mean, pause you. This needs to go to auto. We are drowning everyone. Okay, now we have all of those trees out of there. Let's... there we go. Huh, that is so strange. Why won't it go over one? That is so weird. We only needed 1, too. That tree just must be in the way. Okay, that's there. We'll go ahead and we will... we didn't need that whole thing then. We could have gotten away with it right up close to the path. But that's all right. That's all right. We will live. We can put a dirt storage here, I think, and get away with that. Yeah, it's probably not the best way to do this, but it is the way we have. And then we will come across like that. Okay, and then we can... I want to leave that ladder, though. I don't think I want to take that ladder out. Can we fit? Yes, we can. One of those there. And we will mark it for dirt. Now we need to figure out the power situation. So I'm thinking, can we... we're gonna need this guy, right? How far up do we need to come? That looks like it might do the trick. Oh, okay. We're gonna need a platform. And can we put it right here? Maybe not a... Okay, let's see here. Not that good. Let's do a... What does it need to be? A double? A double and then a... like that. And then we're also going to need a temporary for building. So let's do that. It was that one, right? Nope, it was that one. And then if we go... We don't have paper yet. I'm hoping that 3 is enough. And we are going to need a way up to there. Of course we are. So let's plop in... Okay. Okay. Let's let them work on that. I'm hoping that we get enough power out of these windmills. Each one can do up to 150 horsepower. We need 200. So hopefully that is enough power with those 3 windmills to make that work. We could conceivably hook up a gravity battery once the hole is kind of dug. We also are going to need to blast some areas out. So let's just get him going. Oh wow, that must have been like a 25-day. I didn't even pay attention to how many days we had going on that bad tide. All right, can we move the path? We could just move the campfire over to that side, because we would have enough space. We jig-jog the path this way. I know that wasn't really what I was planning to do, but we'll it's only 3 we need. that guy there. And then we can extend that path there. If we take out that piece of path there, then we can fit one more water tank. Actually, we could fit 2 more water tanks, but I think we'll probably do another house there instead. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Let's go ahead and lay a little bit more dynamite here. Oh, we have 2s now. We can use 2s. All right, let's pop priority on that guy. This guy is in. We might need to let's put a pylon in. If we put a pylon right here, that would mean we could reroute Jink, Jink. And then if we put one over this way, we could still attach to it as well, I think. Can they reach that? Add a connection to there. And nope, that's too far. Add a connection to there. Perfect. 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 We kind of need this to... We need to get going on all of this. There we go. Did I get it all? I think I got it all. All right. Very good. Very nice. Okay. All right. So next thought process was, oh, we got that in. Very good. How are we coming here? Not great, but better than we had been. Can we go ahead and flip that puppy around? Right. We're going to pop priority on that so that we can get our extension in there. Are we blocked off there? No, we're not, but we can get rid of these. So let's do that. We go like that. Right. As long as we don't tick that one until all of that is cleared out. We want to just go ahead and put a levee in there. That one should be okay. We'll wait until some of this clears out a little before we kitty wampus this. I am going to, though, now that this is connected. I don't know if it'll make much difference, but it might make it a little faster for a few beavers. We'll get that taken care of, and then we can extend that. I wish I had done that before, because that would mean that we could have put the platforms all the way this way. But it's all right. It's all right. Let's scroll this out a little bit here. upper water level is down, so I'm going to flip that to open. You know what? That's the problem. I guess it's not really a problem. Because once it goes through there, it can't come back through, so it's all right. We're still waiting on this pylon too. That would make things a bit easier for our beavers. Waiting on materials. Do we not have them? Gears, we have. Treated planks, we have. And metal blocks, we have. Do we just not have enough haulers? We're up to 50 beavers. We probably do need to. We only have 2 haulers. That's part of our problem. That is part of our problem. We still have 15 days. How much bad water do we have in here? Half of a tile. Half of a tile. We might need to relocate this whole stack of stuff, but that means that then our whatchamacallits are gonna have to move as well. But I think we could probably figure something else out on those. We could make this one like rebound off of there with the side hanging one. All right, we are still on 3 speed. I didn't accidentally hit it again, did I? Nope, we look good. All right, we just need that pylon in, and that would make some of this easier for our beavers. This has become like a super highway. They are working on that guy. And we do have the possibility of connecting this one to something over here. That is closed. Can we see? Oh no, it just says downstream depth, not. Oops, wrong button. All right. So one of the things we need to do in one of these droughts is come in here and start taking out all of this and replacing it with some terrain blocks so that we can start putting in the next level of this area where housing and everything is going to go. And then this guy could move to like up here on the edge. Both of these could move to up on the edge without a problem. Without a problem. Now I also am thinking there's nothing right in between these two. And now that we have overhangs, how big are the biggest underground warehouses we have? That's gonna hold 3,600 resources. I'm wondering Could we dig in our carrot, potato, berry storage into this wall? Right there. And then maybe have a ladder that goes straight down to take like the potato storage in there. So if we look in this wall and we start tunneling, let's cause see, there's nothing in there. At this level. So if we started tunneling in, I'm a little worried about how, I guess we are platforming it. I mean, it does have platforms because of the we could even come back a little bit more, I think. Where'd my tunnel? We do that. How big is that? Biggest underground? Must be built on the ground. And I'm thinking, let's see, 1, 2, 3 by 3. We could come in here and actually like create a multi-tiered storage area. As long as we didn't take out all of the support for the upper overhangs. Because like, see, now they're there, right? Three. We need one more row, it looks like. So let's get our tunnels back. And let's do another row here. Right. And then if we look at that, I wonder how tall those storages are. Are they gonna be, that's the underground warehouse, underground pile. We'll just do warehouses down here, I think, for right now. Maybe we do 3. 1 for berries, 1 for carrots, 1 for potatoes. Then we would need 1 for sunflowers, 1 for... what else do we have for food? Wheat. Because we could start the bread. We could definitely start the bread. We don't have... It's going to need a grist mill and then a bakery. Okay, let's go up 1 level. And tunnel out the same area. I'm assuming it'll need at least 2. We could make it look fancy by putting in overhangs, platforms. That's what I was trying to say. the overhangs. If we did... I'm thinking aloud here at the moment, so stand by. That's 2. Like that. Oops, 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 oops. No, no, no. What was it, this guy? That would give us the ability to do that all the way around. It also would support anything above if we came to the wrong point. Right there's where our overhangs start. 2. All right, that would definitely work. And then we could just run a ladder or a staircase up through the middle. Ladder probably would be easier, but staircase might look cooler. All right. Okay, how are we coming over here? Look at that. Oh man, we even got power going. How much power are we getting? 112. So with the 3, we should be good. Look at that. We did it. In one episode, we accomplished something that we set out to do. We got all 3 of those windmills going. And it looks like they're only giving us 150 power. What the what? Guess the wind power was dying down there? Alright, we're gonna need more dirt storage. That is a definite. That is a definite. Okay, we needed another levee there. Leviosa. Oh, hey. Oh, we got 4 days. Okay. Pause for a second. You know what? I don't think we're going to worry about the metal for this particular period, because I'm afraid we're going to end the episode and I will forget that we have started that and end up with poor beavers in the hole again when there's time for that. We do need to set this guy up though. So if we go advanced, patch stream gauge, and pick this one. Okay. Pause. I'm gonna get this wrong, I think. When it's less than 0.8. Perfect. Okay. Whoa, okay. I was gonna detonate that, but I'll let you just work there. No worries. You could just use the ladder, but hey. More power to you. this guy is still pretty deep here, so... Oh, that's because these are set on automatic now, which is good. And that's back to being good. 240. So that's enough power to run that and then a little bit. We are in desperate need of more beavers, though. So, of course, they just needed to build it. We'll let them do that. We are going to... deal with that. This is going to be bad tide, and bad tide. And I'm going to pause this guy. Go find something else to do. All right, I do want to go ahead and see those ones as well, and let's pop priority on them. Let's see if we can get them to take care of all of those before we excuse me, run out of time here. Actually, we don't need like those ones. We'll just knock them down a peg, and then let's get Levy, and Levy. Do we need all of those levies? I don't think we do. And then let's put priority on those two. We can jiggery pokery on our path. And you know what? I think let's go ahead and quick throw in another platform right there. I want to take this one out. That one's fine. Before our bad tide hits us up here. Come on. Come on. I'm going to pop ours here a little bit. I want to make sure that that is done. And it is. Boom, there we go. We can take our hours back down. All right, so now let's get rid of some of these extra pads that we don't need. We just want the path, please. Actually, we are completely sealed up there now. Yes. Ooh, okay. Thank you very much. That was not... We are all sealed. Yes, Bob's our uncle. Bob's our uncle. I unfortunately have been watching a little bit too much of a British woodworking guy, and he says that a lot. So that's where that came from. Okay. All right. So I think that is where we are going to leave this for today. Honestly, we have enough bad tide that I'm not going to worry about pumping anymore. And then when we have our next drought period, we have 3 tanks that we can pump quickly out of there with. We can, it looks like, go ahead and boosh. Let's get rid of these ladders. Now, how much dirt can we actually store over here? 80, what's in here? 72 is all we can put in there. This guy is half full already, so we are going to have to come up with some more dirt storage here sooner rather than later. We can go ahead and get rid of that and that. And we probably could come up with a multi-tiered dirt storage over here without a problem. But for right now, we are going to leave it. And I am very happy with that progress. That's going to get us down and give us the ability to start this water trenching thing that we are looking at doing here, which is very cool. All right, so that's where we are going to, oh yep, another drought. They did get this zip line in, so now we've got beavers able to zip from down there to over this side of the map easily. So yeah, I'm excited. That worked out well. That worked out very well. I think we need to come up with some area over in here for another zip line. We might tower up a little bit more. And right over here, maybe put in another zipline station, and then we'd probably have to put in a secondary one over here as well. Maybe in this next drought, we can get to taking out all of these walls and putting in terrain blocks now, since that is going to be a viable option. I'm excited by that thought, so that we could move these guys up to a little bit different area. Maybe at least one of them. I'm not 100% certain. We'll have to see. All right, so there we go. Very productive day, I think. I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.